Okay, so now let us talk about firewall. You all have heard a word firewall whenever you go to buy a new PC and the person who is going to sell you the PC says that do not forget to install the firewall on your network. Or if you are working in a company, sometimes the website or the application says you are being blocked by a firewall. You cannot access this website. Go back to safe mode. So what exactly is a firewall? Yeah, let's answer this in this lecture. So basically, firewalls are your network's security guards, and to be real, they're probably the most important things to implement on your network. That's because today's networks are almost always connected 24 by 7 to the internet, a situation that makes security very crucial. A firewall protects your LAN resources from invaders that use internet for unprotected networks while simultaneously preventing all or some of your LAN's computers. Now you can use firewalls to filter packets based on the rules that you or your network administrator create and configure strictly to eliminate the type of packets which are not intended for your PC. For example, let's say you configure your firewall to discard all the packets having the protocol HTTP, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and it is not a secure protocol. Okay, wait, don't get confused between HTTP and HTTPS. We are going to see all these protocols in upcoming lectures. For time being, just understand that HTTP and HTTPS are two different protocols, where HTTPS is more secure protocol. So now if you employ a signature or if you employ a rule that says that please discard all the packets that have HTTP, your firewall will not allow a packet entering from the internet having HTTP a protocol. So firewall can operate on multiple layers of the OSI model, and some firewalls can operate up to the application layer, which have a great functionality on your PC. A firewall can either be a standalone black box or a software implementation placed on a server or router. Either way, the firewall will have at least two network connections. One to the internet, that is the public side from where all the data comes to your network, and the other one is the network known as the private side. Now sometimes there is a second firewall there is a second firewall, as you can see on the screen. Now this firewall is used to connect to servers and equipment that can be considered both public and private, like web email servers. I'll show you, just give me a second. And yeah, so as you can see, this part here, this is one firewall. This is the first firewall. This is the first firewall. This is the second firewall. In between, there are these servers that need to be protected. Now, these servers are directly accessible to the normal person, but there is a firewall in between, and these servers are also a private property of a company. So the zone between the two different firewalls, okay, this zone is known as demilitarized zone. That is DMZ. That is demilitarized zone. Firewalls are the first line of defense for an internet connected network. Without any place a firewall, any networks that is connected to the internet is essentially wide open to anyone with a little technical savvy who seeks to exploit all the resources. So for example, if you don't have this firewall in place, an attacker here can directly access your servers, and if he's able to exploit one of these servers, he can directly have access to the whole intranet, and in this way your whole internet can get compromised. And that is why firewalls are really very important. In the next lecture, we will have a look at the detection systems, intrusion detection systems, and the prevention systems as well. So they are also a kind of firewalls which protect your network, but they function, there are a couple of differences between firewall and the detection and prevention systems. Let us explore them in the next lecture.